What is up, everybody? Welcome to KBN Kayak Bass News, May 10th, 2023. We got a lot to get to. We're going to get right into it. First up, as always, the bag of the week. No doubt on this one. Had to be earlier in April there over on Lake Seminole, Ewing Minor, his huge day one, 105 inches, 105.75 inches, caught all his limit over 20 inches, all on a glide bait. If you saw the full interview over on KBN Live, epic story. My man smashed him on day one and held on for victory in day two. That said, let's get into regional news. All right, regional news. We're going to go out west first. Start out in California. Kayak Bass had 93 anglers show up for Tulloch Lake out in Lodi, California. Yenoa Yang took the win with 86.5 inches, barely edging out Jacob Dasher. Staying out west, we've got Kayak Fishing Utah. Had an event, had 60 anglers show up. Kendall Tingy took the win, 86 inches, won by 5 inches. This event was over in Hurricane, Utah on Sand Hollow Reservoir. Next up, out east, Queen City. Queen City always pulling big numbers. 118 anglers showed up for Lake Hartwell. Bennett Knoll took the win with 73 and a quarter inches. Remember, Queen City runs a 4-fish limit, so 73 and a quarter is a big 4-fish limit. Lowell Brandon barely behind, 73 inches, just a quarter inch behind. Going back to my home state of Ohio, the Buckeye Kayak Fishing Trail kicked off their season, had 87 anglers show up. Brent Jackson took the opener with 81 and a quarter inches. Alum Creek Lake, I don't even know where that is, and I'm from Ohio. Not a lot of choices there, but still had a big turnout and a lot of fish caught at the opener. Mid-Atlantic, KBF went to the Potomac River. They had 2 events on the Potomac. Josh Evans took the win in event number 2 with 88 inches, had a 21 and a quarter inch anchor. Well done, Josh. Staying out east, the New York Kayak Bass Fishing Trail got started on Cayuga. This was an epic event. Almost got bag of the week. They had a ton of fish caught, 94 anglers, 408 fish. And if you look here, all the way down to 10th place had 90 inches. The winner, an even 100, Jacob Turner. Well done out there. Over to the Midwest, Moyak had an event on Palm de Terre on April 15th. Tax Day had 85 anglers show up. Randy Hone took the win with 79.5 inches, followed by Aaron Gardner and Jared Fosno just right behind him. Also went down to Table Rock on May 6th, just a few days ago. 107 anglers showed up. Lance Burris squeaked out the win with 88 inches. Well done, Lance. Down into Oklahoma, the Oklahoma Kayak Anglers had another event. 76 anglers on Grand Lake. This was the event where KBF canceled. OKA went on with their event. It wasn't a partner event anyway. And Nathan Henflorn, a hammer in this region of the country, took the win with 85 and 3/4 inches. Well done, Nathan. Oklahoma Kayak Anglers on May 6th, just a few days ago, also had another event. This one was on Pine Creek. 70 anglers showed up, almost 400 fish caught. So big limits coming in, or a lot of limits coming in. Jason Ray took the win, 92 and a quarter inches, followed by Chris Kobza and Tuvu, all right around 90 inches. So good stuff. A lot of limits in that one, if you can see right here. Next up, down to Arkansas, the Natural State Kayak Anglers Central Division had an event on May 6th on Lake Nimrod. Took a 94 inches to win. It's a big limit here in Arkansas. 94 and a quarter inches. Well done, Mark Cothran with the win. And then in conjunction with that Moyak event, the Natural State Kayak Anglers Northwest Arkansas group had an event on Table Rock. Chad Davison took that one. Lance Burris didn't double dip, so he didn't get the double money, but Chad slid in there and got the win, coming down and beating those Arkansas boys. Back on April 15th, Natural State Kayak Anglers Northwest Arkansas also had an event. Jacob Weber took the win there, 84 and a quarter inches. There's a lot of small buck bass getting caught in this one. It was a matter of a couple kickers to get up into those top 3, but well done, Jacob. Jacob Weber, Levi Schneider, and Jason Coleman round out the top 3. Now down to Texas. Texas always putting up big limits, big turnouts. The North Texas Kayak Championships on Lake Tawakoni. Dan Wells, 88 3/4 inches. Good limit, but a little smaller than we're used to seeing down there in Texas, but well done nonetheless. Looks like it was tough fishing. 68 anglers, 110 fish caught. Usually a lot higher numbers down in Texas. The Texas Kayak Bass League, those guys are really, really doing some things. They're pulling huge turnouts every time with high levels of talent. I feel like it's kind of taken the place of what the Cat Series used to be down there. 102 anglers came out for this one. This was on Canyon Lake. Rolando Nandine, who's been taking care of business on the national scene, defended his home turf, 93 and a half inches with a 24-inch giant. The picture's unavailable. Come on, Dwayne. Come on, Tourney X. There it is. Big. Look at the head on that thing. Wow. Well done, Rolando. And then to Tennessee, the Tennessee Bass Nation had an event. Jackson Orr, the young hammer from the college ranks, took the win with 89 and a half inches. Now let's get into some national news. So on April 28th, the All-American Kayak Classic went down. They had a huge turnout. 196 anglers showed up for the Classic. Cole Sykes from Arkansas took the win, come from behind win. He was in 11th place after day one and came back to get the victory on day two with a big limit on day two, 90 inches. Big limit for Truman. Well done. The All-American Kayak Classic continues to have big turnouts. If your club's not involved with that, you need to get involved. The Native No Limit Series went out to California. 182 anglers entered that, 585 fish caught. This is a one-day event, unlimited fish, kind of like the Major League Fishing old format was. And then there's an hourly big bass payout and overall big bass. Good stuff. Anthony Garcia took the overall victory. Lake Hartwell, Bassmaster Kayak Series, went to Lake Hartwell for their latest open, had 168 anglers show up. Lowell Brandon took the win there, 183 and a half inches, held off Jamie Koza and Tom Kazmierski, nipping on his heels there for that event. And then last but not least, where the bag of the week came from, Ewing Minor with the win. After getting that huge day one we already talked about, he backed it up with a solid enough day two to get 192 and a quarter inches and take down the win in another Hobie event. And then TOC champ Brian Nelly tried to run him down with a 98-inch limit on day two. Couldn't quite catch him. You can go back and find the KBN Live where we interview those guys and talk about the tournament and how that went down for them. So there you have it, guys. Kayak Bass news in the books. Please let me know if you want your club included in the results list. Try to do Kayak Bass news every 2 weeks. Sometimes it might be once a month, depending on my own tournament schedule. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. We'll see you next time.